Let's just get right into it. We're doing legs today, so we'll start off with some squats. Gonna stretch out on the first one, go down deep. Okay. Let's do sets of 25. Probably do 4 sets of 25 and then do some other stuff. I don't know quite yet. Not feeling this one. Not this morning. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night. Kept getting woken up by a lot of trucks have backup alarms. It's always fun when a truck backs in next to you at the truck stop at 2 o'clock in the morning. There's a beep, 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 like 20-30 minutes because they have problems backing into their spot. But life on the road sometimes. So do some squats and some stretching. My leg workouts, I got a good pump, but I also do a lot of stretching between each set. So it's not a very intense workout. It's been more just to get the blood flowing, get a pump like I just said, stretch out, work on some mobility. But it definitely gets the heart rate going. I'm actually gonna superset. Not really superset because it's not gonna be going right from one to the other, but we'll do something I haven't shown before is knee hangs. But it's a pretty good hamstring exercise, even though it's just a really hard hamstring contraction, which you'll see in about a minute, which I'm about to do. Yeah, I was not feeling it this morning. I think the last thing I wanted to do, I'm getting unloaded at a receiver and also picking up at the same time, so it's just kind of nice because I don't have to go somewhere to get a pickup for my next run. Just get unloaded and they'll load me back up and I'm heading right back from where I came from. But yeah, the last few days just been running pretty hard, 500-600 mile days, and just not sleeping a whole lot, or not as much as I usually do. So a little extra tired this morning. So we're just gonna kind of ease through this, just get a good pump, get some endorphins because I'm definitely needing it right now, and I try to have at least a little bit of fun, show some new stuff. All right, I'm about to do a knee hang here. Let's get the bar set up for that. I'm not using the rings today. But knee hangs are not something that you should try at home if you're brand new to working out. I wouldn't say this is necessarily advanced, but you want to have a pretty strong core and have good proprioception, which means good body awareness. And you need to be comfortable inverted because you're upside down in this exercise. Goes a little something like this. So we'll do a knee hang to inverted pike hang. This would be a good stretch after a hard hamstring contraction. There's your inverted pike. Knee hang. And I just sit here for as long as I can, because eventually after about 20-30 seconds my hamstrings start to cramp up. And you don't want to stay in these I don't know why I try to pull my shirt up, it's just going to fall right back down. So there you go. My hamstrings are just starting to cramp up right there. Swinging back and forth. And then we're going to do another pike. And then come down. Let me go ahead and hang on here to the bar because I always get a little bit of a head rush after doing those. But they make you feel good because you get that blood flow from your legs down into your upper body and then back, and you definitely feel a difference in how you feel, essentially. So now we'll do a little bit more stretching. Let's do it and stretch out the calves and back and spine and hips. One of my favorite in truck stretch sequences right here. Stretch out the calves. And go ahead and stretch out the lower spine. Just kind of move the hips back and forth like this. Forward and back. It looks kind of funny, but it is an excellent stretch for the lower spine and the back, the hips. You can even stretch out the hamstrings a little bit, especially if you're not very flexible like me. So there we go. See, I'll probably do see if we can do 4 rounds of that. Just squats, a little bit of stretching, a knee hang, a little bit of stretching, and then just do that like four times. So it'll be a fairly moderately paced workout. Not too demanding, but enough. But anyways, let's get the second set of squats. We're gonna do a little bit of wider stance here. Pull the pants up. I like the wide stance because it's able to hit the inner hamstrings a little more and the glutes. So my leg workouts, they're not terribly demanding. You know, I get a little bit of a burn, lactic acid build up. But with legs, it's more about mobility, getting some good stretching in, just getting the blood flowing. I found I have to really moderate the intensity of my workouts, because yesterday and the day before, the workout was pretty intense, and I enjoyed that. The thing is, when you drive so much, you've got to save up your energy. Because you drive 500-600 miles a day, you have to be able to maintain good concentration whenever you're driving. And when you're driving 10, 11, 12, around 9-10 hours a day, typically for me, you need to make sure you're able to have the energy to pay attention at all times. And if you do a workout that really takes it out of you, that's going to be a little more difficult. and you don't want that. My workouts are definitely a priority, a top priority every single day. At the same time, my work, my driving every day is the top priority, and I have to keep it that way. This is a very, very dangerous, very, but in all seriousness, it is a very dangerous job. And if you're not able to pay attention every day, all throughout the day, to what you're doing and what's going on around you, things can get ugly real quick. So I have to really, I find especially with legs, I like working my legs hard, and I've done it before where I can just do body weight and my legs, when my legs will get sore. But I find it just takes too much out of me, and it's hard for me to balance the other demands of this long haul life that I live. But enough on that. Let's do another round of knee hangs. I don't know how this is going to look on film. I may or may not post this. I don't know. We'll see. See how it turns out. Pike. Hang. Really try to arch back on this one. Squeeze the hamstrings real good. So that's not a real intense hamstring exercise, but it is a good one. It's something. It's definitely not as ideal as say stiff leg deadlifts or any other more direct hamstring exercises, but it's something. It is pretty decent. It's not as bad, even though it's like kind of one rep. It's like one really hard repetition. You just keep that. You just try to contract your hamstrings as much as possible until they start to cramp up a little bit. Then come out of it, stretch it. Oh, I'm getting unloaded right now, so things might be a little unstable. That being said, let's do our third set of squats. Go a little narrow stance this time. It's kind of how I do it. I do a neutral stance, wide stance, narrow stance, neutral stance. I don't think it makes a huge difference, but it's slightly different in each one. So it's not much, and this thing about the bodyweight squats, they're more mental than anything. Because I'd much rather do barbell squats and just do 4 to 6 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions. But I don't got that kind of setup in the truck, so make do with what you got. With that being said, it's a bit of a challenge. But like I was mentioning earlier, I don't think it's good to go too intense all the time. And it does keep my legs and quads, fairly strong and muscular. you're not going to gain a lot of muscular size doing it like this. However, as you get older, my priorities in my late 40s are not the same priorities I had in my 20s and 30s. I think it's important to be able to keep the ability to do a deep squat. Either come down in a deep squat and hold it, or do a bunch of reps just body weight, especially as you get older. That's just great for longevity, mobility. If you can keep the ability to do deep squats like I'm doing now into your 50s, 60s, 70s, you're gonna be so much better off than other people your age. It'll be like you're just a different class of human being, really. You're not gonna be that person that's worried about falling down, or if they do fall down, they'll probably be able to get back up. It won't be a big deal. You'll be able to laugh it off instead of it being a life-altering or even a potentially life-ending event. Like I said, do a run of squats, a little stretching, a knee hang, a little stretching, and a round of squats. So kind of a 4-part superset, sort of, a super quad set. And then when I'm done driving for the day, I'll probably do some more lunges, skip some rope, which I'm just getting back to after about 2 weeks off. I haven't skipped rope for the last couple weeks because I've had issues with my ankle, but it's feeling good and I'm able to do it again, as long as I don't try to do anything too fancy with the jump rope. So I'll probably do a few sets of lunges, skip some rope, a little more stretching, and that'll be my leg day. All right, do another knee hang. So, as I mentioned before, do not try these knee hangs unless you can do at least 5 to 6 good pull-ups and easily do an inverted pull. An inverted pull just means you can easily bring your legs up to the bar. I'll demonstrate that once we get started. I'm going to do it anyway. So this is your basic inverted pull. Pull up, ankles to the bar. So if you can easily do that, then go ahead and give it a try. But you might want to have someone spot you. And when they spot you, they just kind of hold your feet. So over here, they're just going to hold your feet down. We're sure it'll slip off. But be careful. You can even just come up to this position right here and just hang. Take one arm off. Take the other arm off. But I don't recommend these for most people. Pike. So a knee hang, as some of you would see kids doing back in my day on the playground, on the monkey bars, we'd do knee hangs, kind of playing around, because we actually were able to do stuff when we were kids, Gen X. And we didn't have like the padded playgrounds like we had today. We had like gravel and concrete and steel. That was our playgrounds. Pretty sure our parents were just trying to weed us out. Oh, 19 minutes, that's about right. I figured this would be about a 25-minute, moderately paced workout. So what I'm doing now, I got about, once I'm done loading, I'm hoping to do at least 300 to 400 miles before I have to shut down for the day. So still going to be a good 5-6 hours of driving, most likely. But that's what I'm preparing for if I have time. But I keep this workout pretty moderate. Just get a pump, get those endorphins, do this kind of workout to elevate your energy for the day, not to really tire you out. It's important to know how to go back and forth, which is why I recommend training every day, especially as you get older. It's not always about trying to maximize how much muscle you gain, how quickly. It's about maximizing your long-term health, your fitness, your mobility, your flexibility, your overall physical state of being, if you will. Anyways, one more round of squats. Try to go extra deep on these. Do some pause. Every 5th rep we'll do about a pause squat. Just hang out down here. All right. If you feel things, if you see things shaking and quaking around, it's because I'm getting unloaded. Even though I wouldn't call this a super intense workout, 25 bodyweight squats, especially when you do them deep and you got long legs like I do, it's still going to take the wind out of you a little bit. You're going to need 30 seconds to a minute to get your breath back. Let's do one of my favorite stretches here. All right, one more knee hang, a little bit of stretching, and that'll do it for this round. The camera keeps falling over. Wonder why. Yeah, so I'm backed up to a dock right now, and a forklift is going in and out of my trailer, so knocking things around a little bit. Life on the road. Okay. One last knee hang. Inverted pull and a tuck. A little pike position. A little bit of a stretch. Not quite cramping up, but that's more knee hangs than in one session I've done in quite some time, so that'll do it. Whew. Head rush. Let's catch my breath a little bit. I'm gonna do a couple finishing stretches, and that'll be that. We're at 25 minutes, so that's about right. I think most of my workouts here are going to be done. My main workout for the day is going to be 25-30 minutes moving forward. And we'll, yeah, probably until I head off to Malaysia for the winter. Then we'll be doing kind of some, you know, same kind of stuff, but just a little bit different because I'll have more room. Do a morning hotel workout wherever I'm staying. Then I'll find a park somewhere in the afternoon and do a bunch of pull-ups. And I'll also be walking a lot more. I usually get blisters on my feet for the first few weeks because I'm not used to walking so much when I'm on the road. Really don't walk much at all. I skip some rope as much as I can. So at least keeps the feet and tendons in shape of the feet and the ankles, all that good stuff. Here's another good hamstring and lower back stretch. Just hug your knees, back. Try to keep your chest on your knees, which I can't really do, and then just straighten your legs as much as possible. Come up. Stretch the lats out a little bit. I'm gonna do a final quad stretch, and that should do it. So yeah, nothing too crazy, nothing too demanding, but got a little bit of a sweat. Definitely got the heart pumping, the blood flowing, some good endorphins. That's why you can't ever listen to yourself, because before I got started I didn't feel like doing this at all, but now that I'm done, as always, I'm glad I got it done. Don't listen to your feelings all the time. It's not good for you. And with that, see you next time.